Hello Superset Maniacs and welcome back to my channel. And welcome back to another Nick Walker at the Arnold Classic comparison. We already had Nick vs Rami, Nick vs Brandon and Nick vs 2010 Phil Heath on the channel. Find links for all these videos in the description. And in this video we're going to compare Nick with none other than Hadi Choopan. Hadi Choopan finished 4th at the 2020 Olympia, but for those of you who are familiar with the scorecard of that show, you know that Hadi got 2nd place for the finals, in front of both Brandon and Phil. I personally believe that in 2021, Hadi is gonna be top 2 at the Olympia. However, this guy right here, Nick Walker, might have something to say about that. I will soon do an Olympia prediction, but until then, I believe these two guys are going to push Big Ramy the most at the Olympia. So let's check out how they fare against each other in a direct comparison. I'll be using 2020 Olympia finals for Hadi, where he was significantly improved from the prejudging. Last year he got late in the US for the show. I believe he arrived in the United States on Tuesday and the prejudging was on Friday. Maybe not enough time for him to pick the right way. However, this year he's already in the US and I believe we're going to see the best version of Hadi Choopan. Okay, enough with that, let's get back to this comparison and we start with the front double biceps pose. Compared to guys like Brandon, Hadi looks pretty blocky but not against Nick Walker. Against Nick, he actually looks quite aesthetic if you ask me. He's got a better midsection and a better taper. Hadi has a pretty strong biceps as well, but Nick wins this department no doubt. Nick also wins the forearms and the calves, however Hadi beats him at the quad department. Well, this is a situation where personal taste comes into play as both of them look good in their own way. But they look quite different. I would go with Hadi here, he looks more proportioned. Front lat spread and it's difficult for Nick to beat any of these top guys in this pose. I really believe this is a weak pose for Nick Walker and on the other hand, Hadi's got one of the best front lat spread poses in the game today. I'm not sure if he's wider than Nick but he looks wider in this pose. His lats flare out better, his midsection is on check and he wins the quads as well. Hadi could use some better calves indeed, but he's not gonna lose the front poses because of the calves here, at least not in my opinion. Side chest, and this one is tricky. We have to choose again between a guy with a better chest, namely Hadi, and a guy with the better arms and shoulders in Nick Walker. Nick Walker improved on his chest a lot since the New York Pro, until the point it doesn't look as a weakness anymore, but there's still room to improve there. Nick also wins downstairs against Hadi here, as Hadi doesn't seem as dominant as from the front when it comes to the wheels. I believe that overall Nick Walker has a slight advantage over Hadi in this pose, so he's getting the point. Back double biceps, and I have to say that I'm impressed with Hadi's pose. He really improved his back since 2019, but he's not beating Nick Walker in the back double. Nick has bigger delts, bigger traps and wider lats in this pose, not to mention those monstrous bicep peaks. He also presents the better proportioned wheels, having better calves. Nick Walker takes this pose. The back lat spread looks tighter between these two. Hadi looks to be having the thicker back, especially in the lower region, but once again, Nick looks bigger and wider. If you asked me about this pose before I made this comparison, I would have said that Hadi is the favorite in this pose, but now, when I look at them standing side by side, I don't know what to say. This pose could go to Nick Walker as well. Let me know in the comments below who's getting this pose, guys. The side triceps is another difficult one. Hadi has a great execution and has a strong tricep, but Nick Walker seems to be having the stronger tricep and the better lower body. However, upper body, Hadi does a better job, slightly turning around, showcasing some width and also a great midsection. How would you guys judge this one? Hadi has the better upper body overall, while Nick dominates the lower body and also has the superior tricep. To be honest, my eyes are drawn more to Hadi, so I guess I'm gonna give him the point here. But it could go either way again. Abs and thighs, and Nick Walker has finally met someone who also has got deep cut abs. In spite of being blocky, Nick Walker usually wins this pose against guys with better flows because of his crazy deep cut abs and also great thighs, of course. But Hadi Choopan will not lose this pose against him. Hadi has the better taper, he's got some incredible separation through the abs himself, and he also wins the thighs. So Hadi Choopan takes the abs and thighs pose against Nick Walker here. Most muscular, and for a guy like Hadi with weaker arms and shoulders, it's hard to go against Nick in this pose. Nick is too dominant at this department, and with the chest improvement, I believe he easily wins this pose against Hadi Choopan here. So who's winning this comparison? I still don't think I know for sure. Hadi has won the front poses, the side triceps and the abs and thighs, while Nick Walker has won the side chest, the back double, the most muscular, and he probably had a slight advantage in the back lat spread as well. So that makes it a 4-4. Both are in great condition, both look solid in their own way, so I guess we'll have to wait until the Olympia to know for sure. But just to give you guys my opinion on who actually won this comparison between 2020 Hadi and Nick at the Arnold, I think I would give this one to Hadi Choopan, but I'm not 100% sure on that. What do you guys think? Who looked better at these two shows, and who's gonna place higher at this year's Olympia between these two? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more content like this, and as always, thank you guys and see you next time.